Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Jum, and if today is your first time of seeing my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit on that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you become the member of my sewing family. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to draft a basic sleeve. I'll be sharing both long sleeve and the short sleeve pattern. So if this is something you are interested in, I will say keep on watching, hit on the subscribe button, and let's get started. So guys, we are going to be starting by drafting the short sleeve pattern. So I have my pattern paper here, and you can actually decide to draft directly on your fabric, okay, if you want, but I will be drafting on my pattern paper for the purpose of this tutorial. The first thing I'm going to do is to draw out a straight line across this top here. This is going to serve as our starting line, and my pattern paper is on fold. This is the same way you'll be drafting on your fabric, okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to draw out my bicep line. So from this line I already draw at the top, I'm going to be coming down by 4.5 inches. You can use 5 inches for this pattern as well if that works for you. So I will be using 4.5 inches. This is going to be the height of my sleeve cap, so 4.5 inches actually work perfectly because this is a short sleeve. So the next line I'm going to be having is going to be the length of my sleeve. So I've decided this sleeve is going to be 8 inches. This depends on how long you want your short sleeve to be, okay. Sleeve could be 10 inches, it could be 12 inches, but let's just mark this at 8 inches. I'm going to connect that together. Now I have the starting line, bicep, and the ending. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to come to the top of the starting line here. From the middle I'm coming in by 4 inches, so I will mark a point there as you can see, and now we will come down to the bicep line. The measurement around your bicep, you will divide that into 2. Mine divided into 2 give me 8.5 because the measurement around my bicep is 17, and I will add extra 1 inch allowance to that for stitching. So I'm going to chalk down my measurements there. And after that, from the top point we made earlier, we are going to take a measurement from there to my bicep line. I will divide what I have there by 2, so I will mark a point there. And now the next thing I'm going to do is to connect a curve to meet the point like this, and from there I will connect a point looking downward as well. So I'm going to arrange my curved ruler in this manner to come all the way from the top to meet the first point. That's the point in the middle, and for the other curve you will curve your French curve in this other manner as well. And for the other curve, I'm going to curve my French curve in this manner, making sure that the French curve is going down. So after that, I will go ahead and smoothen up the area where the points meet, as you can see. And now I have a very nice curve there. So that's basically how to go about the curve. Now for the round sleeve, the rundown measurements I'm working with is 13 inches. So that divided by 2 give me 6.5, and I'm going to add an extra 1 inch allowance for each for stitching. So after that, I will go ahead and join from there to the down parts. So this is basically all for the drafting of my short sleeve, okay. And you can see how lovely this is looking right now. So after that, I will go ahead and cut out my pattern, okay. And now guys, this is what our short sleeve pattern is looking like. You can see how lovely this came out, and you can see how nice the curve is looking. So this is basically all for the short sleeve pattern, and when you open it up, this is what you are going to have. So now guys, I will go ahead and draft out my long sleeve pattern using the same method I used for the short sleeves. So this is my long sleeve pattern here. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is to draw out my starting point. And remember, the pattern paper is on fold like the one we did earlier. So I'm going to rule that out as well. Now from the starting line, I'm going to be coming down to 4.5 inches, just like I did on my first pattern, okay. So this is just me repeating myself. Like I said before, you can use 5 inches here if you want. So I'm going to draw that line across. This is our bicep line. Now after this line, the next thing I'm going to do, from the starting line, we are going to measure from the shoulder down to my elbow. What I have is 12 inches. So you need to take the measurement of your elbow because this is a long sleeve. So I'm going to rule that across again as well. Now from the top again, I'm going to come down by the length I want this long sleeve to be, and I'm going to mark that at 21 inches, and I'm going to draw out a straight line. So this is just the basic thing that differentiates the long sleeve from the short sleeve, okay? Now guys, for the cap area, it's going to be the same process like the one we did earlier. Now from the starting line here, from the middle, coming by 4 inches. This was exactly the same thing we did earlier with the short sleeve, and I'm going to mark a point there. And on the bicep line, I'm going to divide my round bicep by 2, and my measurement is 17 inches. So that divided by 2 gives me 8.5. I will add an extra 1 inch allowance to that, and go ahead to do the same thing if you are drafting directly on your fabric, okay? Now from this point at the top, we are going to measure from the starting line to the bicep. Try as much as possible to keep your tape straight and divide what you have there by 2 and make a point there. So after that, we are going to take our French curve, and from the center we are going to curve to meet this point here in the middle like this. And now the second point will be going downward, so just try to arrange your French curve very well. So after placing your curve very well, so just go ahead to draw your line across like you see me doing. This is actually something you can do with your free hand if you do not have a French curve, and this is something I totally do with my free hand almost every time, okay? And the next thing I'm going to be doing is on the elbow line. The measurement around my elbow is 13, and that gives me 6.5, okay? And I will add an extra 1 inch to. So I've already added an extra 1 inch allowance for that. So I'm going to mark down from my bicep line all the way down to my elbow line, okay? And now guys, for the round sleeve, that will be your wrist measurement. My own is 8 inches, and half of that give me 4, and I will add an extra 1 inch allowance to that for stitching. So after that, I'm going to connect my point together all the way down, and this is basically all for my long sleeve drafting. So the difference between the long sleeve and the short sleeve is just the 2 extra line we added. So I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern. I'm going to show you guys how it looks like after cutting. So guys, this is basically all for our long sleeve pattern. You can see how lovely this is looking and how well shaped this is looking. So if you open it up, this is what you are going to get. And this is my second pattern here, which is my short sleeves. You remember we folded our pattern while cutting, so this is all it's looking like. And thank you so much guys for watching up to this moment, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly hit on that subscribe button, the notification bell to be the first person to get notified when next I post a new video. Like, share, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye guys.